All right, this is going out to Mr. Cleveland Tommy's comment that says, Biden crime family dementia king. I absolutely love stuff like this because, see, there's this issue with Republicans that have been going on since the beginning. They come up with these things like impeachments and crime family and smoking gun evidence and whistleblowers and the FBI's most cherished insider and informant. And then as it goes on, you find out that things like the impeachment, there's this FBI informant that's like the king of all informants, the most cherished informants in the FBI's history, the guy, which all that turned out to be bullshit. And 2 smoking gun whistleblowers that have all the information for $5 million briberies from China and Biden and Burisma and blah, 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 all that other happy horseshit. And then as it goes on, and they take the stand and they present their evidence, find out there is absolutely zero evidence. Then these whistleblowers turn out to be paid by Kash Patel, who actually is one of Donald Trump's people. And the smoking gun evidence ends up being falsified documents. And it's really amazing because, this is all that the Republicans have to go after the Biden crime family. And that laptop thing, and all those things that are on the hard drive of the laptop that the Trump administration and Rudy Giuliani had in their possession the entire time and didn't do anything with. That's how much smoking gun evidence there was. And you know who actually had the hard drive? Because it wasn't actually a laptop. It was a hard drive from a laptop. And it was in Rudy Giuliani's possession. And the funniest, most ironic thing, all that stuff that they said was hard evidence and negative and all that, basically was installed onto that hard drive. And when you install something on a hard drive, the exact date and minute and date of the hard drive installation is locked in with that evidence. Just from coincidence. It was all downloaded while Hunter was in rehab. And you're not allowed to have computer devices or a cell phone or anything else while you're in rehab. And it happened to be in Rudy Giuliani's possession at that time. And the Trump administration's possession. So the cyber ninjas and all those idiots that actually checked it all out were the ones that said this is when it happened. And so it was false. So even the laptop was false. And that beautiful thing, that FBI informant that was like so powerful and the best one he had, worked directly with Russia and fed the information Russia gave to him. He admitted that. So when we talk about the Biden crime family and we talk about the Dementia King, let's get into the Dementia King a little bit. He has a stutter. It's a medical condition. It's a disability in some ways. That's all. Does he stumble over some words here and there? Yeah. But when you're talking about dementia, you're talking about batshit crazy speeches. And you're ignoring that just this weekend, Donald Trump talked about when Joe Biden ran against Barack Obama for president, and that no one thought Joe Biden would beat Barack Obama to become president, talking about drinking Lysol to kill COVID, talking about the sounds of windmills causing people cancer, and that other windmills drive the whales crazy, so they beach themselves 3 times a week. And then in the middle of like all this brilliant stuff, like, ramming the ramparts and the reason the Civil War ended because they took over the airports. And Joe is the one with a mental capacity issue. Joe is that guy? He's the guy? The guy who did what, a 3-hour State of the Union speech with what, fumbling over a half dozen words? Trump, Mr. Stable Genius, I know the best words. Can't get through 5 minutes without changing subjects 6 different times and talking about everything from how windmills cause cancer to Nikki Haley didn't call for National Guard during January 6th, but Joe, has dementia. I mean, Tommy, may I call you Tommy? Listen, my man, I understand. You know, you go into these little things and you try and, post little tiny things just to stir up shit. And I think it's kind of funny because obviously if there's any type of logic that exists in your mind, you know how full of shit that comment is. And you know how full of your Cheeto God is. I mean, you're talking about a man who has people baptized in his name. A billionaire, a fake billionaire, who has been milking money off of his, loves the uneducated, his words, not mine, his followers, who can't afford to pay their bills. But they're sending money to a billionaire who has digital trading cards for $100 a piece, gold sneakers, made in China, of course, like everything else, Trump bucks that his brilliant followers, maybe even yourself, actually think is real money because it has Donald Trump's name on it. He was president. He still is president, I swear. Really, dude? How much of your money have you sent to this billionaire? How much? Did you uncheck that box so they don't take it repeatedly, like every day, every week? I've heard stories of every day. I mean, he's a con. And here's the beautiful thing. You talk about crime. 4 grand juries looked at evidence, supporting evidence, documented evidence, videotapes, audio tapes, indisputable evidence. 4 grand juries. That's like almost 50 people. 4 times 12. Wait, hold on. Let me MAGA this out. 1, 2. Oh, wait. 1. 4 grand juries saw all the evidence and said guilty beyond reasonable doubt. Nobody was paid to say it. Not one single witness turned up working for Russia. Not one single witness turned out being paid by Biden or any of the other Democrats. And here's the kicker. Most of the investigators, almost all of the witnesses in all of these cases, including the J6 investigation, every single one was a Republican just like you. And here's the thing. They were the smart Republicans because they recognized the bullshit when they saw it, and they stood up and did the right thing because they actually care about this country. They actually care about someone not taking office again who's done nothing but make themselves money. The funny part is he's so far in debt, even getting $1.4 million for every time he played golf at his own property. Taxpayer money, that's from you and me, buddy. Oh, wait, you're a Republican. Did you try and get away from taxes because it makes you smart? Or are you a billionaire so you don't have to pay taxes? Well, with that comment, I doubt it. But anyway, here's the thing. Reality, you fell for a lifelong con man. That's a you problem. But if you want to speak intelligently, do your homework. There's a reason why he says he loves the uneducated. That's because they'll believe anything he feeds them. So you keep doing you, boo. Enjoy your bubble. I'll have Taylor Swift blow you a kiss from the basement of the pizza place where they sell children, and the lizard people create viruses that only infect people in red hats. But JFK is going to come out of nowhere, JFK Jr., and he's going to solve all the problems, so you'll be good. I heard you're going to be his vice president once he's the vice president for Donald Trump. Good idea. Bye, Tommy.